Like, I went to go see him and everything. I was like, oh my God, I got him back. Like, he's different. He's changed. He gave me this whole conversation of him growing and everything. And, at this time, I had already had my spiritual epiphany. So I was like trying to rebirth myself, heal myself. I was trying to come into, oh my God. I was trying to like sit well with the fact that I was basically like the chosen one to try to like, break that generational curse. I was in a relationship with myself and hopped onto a relationship with him again. And that was not the best thing, but I'd have no regrets at all. Because I needed everything to be the person I'm becoming today. So that's okay. But at the moment, I was telling him how I was working on myself. I was trying to learn my chakras, to getting into meditating and yoga, like I just trying to heal and all that. And it happened to be that a few months later, spirituality just seems to trend. It became trendy for people to be like, good vibes only, and good vibes this and bad vibes that. So of course he correlated the two and was like, oh no, you're faking, you're toxic still, you're the same from before, you're gonna leave me again, I don't think I could do this, you're just one of those trendy hot topic witches. And I'm like, what are you even talking about? Like, you sound insane. Like, it literally, like, why are you even bringing the past? Like, I had a conversation with him. I was like, listen, I am crazy over you still. I'm in love with you. I left the relationship with a huge amount of love. And, like, the first thing that came to mind was, oh my God, your son. Like, I just need to know how he's doing. I want to be in his life. And I told him, I was like, I don't want to put myself in a situation where we're back to where we started, like the first time around. I don't want to do that. So just, being that he already had that reputation of bringing up the past from when he did not exist in my life, and he did.
Right.
That is exactly what happened. The whole entire relationship this time around, he just like, oh, because you left me and him and my son, you left us for dead. You didn't. I was suicidal. I was obsessed. You don't understand. Like, how did you do this? You never cared for him. He had a mom, and you took his mom away from him. You ripped his mom away from him. How can you do this? You have no heart. You don't deserve a child. He ended up This time around, he ended up cheating on me, got me pregnant, made me abort, got one of them pregnant, made her abort, broke up with her 2 days later to get with me. He made me abort because of her. And he knew how much we tried to have a baby. We tried to get pregnant for like a year because I suffered from endometriosis. And he convinced me that it was because of financial issues. At the time, yes, we were very financially unstable. So I agreed. I was like, fine, let's do it. It was a very heartbreaking decision, and it like broke me to this day. I think about it, and it's still like I'm still having issues like trying to be okay with it though, because it's like I'm happy I didn't give this guy a baby. Like, everything happens for a reason at the end of the day. And our first argument after the abortion, his words were literally, well, you know what you were signing up for when I was trying to get you pregnant. Basically, like, he knew he was trying to get me pregnant, but he knew that when I got pregnant, he was like, it was premeditated that he was gonna make me lose that baby. Like, he was gonna, like, make me abort that baby. Before the abortion, I had the abortion 6 weeks in, and before then, I was like, I'm not getting rid of this baby. Like, I've tried like crazy. I'm ready to be a mom. Like, I don't even know if I'll ever be able to have kids. Like, I have endometriosis. I have a hard time getting pregnant. Like, I underwent treatments. I had to go to treatments, and basically I had to take all these fake hormones that I didn't want to take for you to get me pregnant and tell me that you don't want to have this baby. My gynecologist kept telling me, oh no, you're good. You just have ovarian cysts. They'll go away. And the pain just kept getting bad. Every time I had a bad period, he would always tell me that I was exaggerating. My boyfriend, he would always tell me that I was exaggerating. He would get annoyed by my complaining. He would get annoyed because eventually it became where, like, just throughout my whole entire cycle, I couldn't even have sex. Like, it was painful. and he was a fairly large guy. So I just it was extremely like impossible almost. And he would get mad at me for that. He would be like, "Oh, you're just fucking dramatic. You're fucking dramatic. You're boring. Like, you gotta understand that a man needs sex for a relationship to work." So, and these are the type of things that could drive a man to go to another woman. Like, he made me feel insecure about my body. He made me feel like I wasn't enough of a woman because I wasn't giving myself enough to him. During sex, he would make me feel very he would make me feel guilty, because it would almost be like I would basically force myself to not even moan out of pain or anything, because he would be like, "Oh, I can't stand just sitting, just looking at you in pain there. Like, I'm not even enjoying you." Like, it was just disgusting. Like, and then when he finally found out that I did actually have something going on, he was very dismissive about it. He was like, "I'm sorry that I never believed you," and whatever. He gave me his fake tears. He was very good with crying on cue, and that's very, like, it's very creepy to me. But he was very good with crying on cue, and he cried and everything. We both cried. But then every time I would get my period, he'd be like, "Okay, but it's not that serious. You're still not the only one that's going through it. There's women who are living with reproductive cancers," like stuff like that. He would say, and yeah. So eventually I ended up having to be hospitalized because of this. And he wasn't there. Multiple times, I had to leave his room crawling out of pain to a cab, because he would literally just be laying down, like, sucking his teeth, and I would have to call myself the ambulance or a cab to get to a hospital, because he would literally not believe my pain, until eventually I had to undergo surgery. And when I came out of surgery, I thought it was just gonna be to remove, because I ended up I like for months, and like for 3 months I thought I had a cancer and I was gonna die. Like, before I got diagnosed with endometriosis, I just thought I was gonna die. Like, my pain, like my body. I recently learned that endometriosis is not just a reproductive issue. It impacts your whole entire body, and I already have anemia because of it. So I was having pain everywhere in my body, and I was like, I feel like I'm gonna die. Like, I'm just gonna die. So I went to my doctor and my PCP, and I was like, "Please, I'm begging you, send me to a hematologist." And I've always wanted to be a mom. Like, I think that's the only thing after the breakup that still sits on me. Like, will I ever be able to be a mom? But when I came out of surgery, of course, like, they told me, like, we had to remove your left ovary and fallopian tube. So I just broke down right away. By this surgery, he had already left me for the woman that he first cheated on me on. And I kind of needed him at that moment a lot, actually. And he did hit me up, and I'm a very warm-hearted person, so a lot of people called me stupid for this, but I'm a person, like, I loved him so much that I cared for his happiness more than me wanting to be with him. So I always told him, like, "Listen, you don't gotta cheat on me. Like, if you don't want to be with me, just let me know, because I just want you to be happy. And if you happy, he's happy, his son. So if she makes you happy, just be with her, And he would tell me, like, "Nah, she's not a mom figure. I can't be with her. I need a woman like you. You're ready to be a mom. You like to cook. You like to clean. I can have a conversation with you." Like, he would always, like, with her, like, he basically admitted to just be into her looks. He knew how to pick us. He chose all of us vulnerable. Like, at some point he was juggling 6 of us at the same time. Men who have breeding kinks, they actually get turned on by getting women pregnant and just having a bunch of babies. And he gave me a whole speech. He broke down on me. He started crying. He told me, he was like, "You're the one." While he was giving me that conversation, she was pregnant. And he was telling her, "I'm going to try to move you down here so that we could go back over there together." But he was telling me that he had broken up with her, that he couldn't do it with her. And then a week after he gave her that conversation, he told her that she needed to abort. And that if not, that he was going to make sure that he took that baby away from her. And 2 days after, when she was in excruciating pain, bleeding out, he broke up with her. Leading to our breakup, I was kind of done. I had mentally walked away before I physically did. I was basically like, I want you, and you know how much I want you, but I think you're starting to take advantage of that. And you're doing the same thing that you did the first time around, where you underestimated my worth. He had a god complex. He was above everybody. Everybody, like, he would always tell us, all of us at the same time, he would always say things like, oh, I have set the bar so high for any man you will ever meet. My self-worth and how much I can put up with this. He would always be like, oh, you're toxic, you're toxic, you're toxic, you're just like your fucking mom, you're just like your fucking mom.